place where kids can dig in the soil, play with worms, learn what it takes to make a garden thrive, and maybe even want to eat their vegetables. Cooking demonstrations offer plenty of nutritious fun for adults and kids alike. The New York Botanical Garden occupies was once owned by the family of Pierre Lorillard, who made his fortune in the tobacco industry. Several historic buildings from the Lorillard estate remain today, including the large stone stable on Side A and the nearby gatehouse, as well as the stone mill.
On Side B is the cherry collection. Be sure to visit in early April when the trees transform the valley with fluffy clouds of pink and white.
On the other side of the road is the Byrne family lilac collection, which was completely restored in 2016. In late April, this whole area becomes a sea of color, from white and pale blue to lavender and deep dark purple, and the fragrance is incredible.
Just past the lilac collection is the award-winning Peggy Rockefeller Rose Garden.
Hop off here, and you can wander through the nearly 4,000 roses, ranging from heirloom varieties, cherished by French Empress Josephine, to modern selections, chosen for their beauty, fragrance, and disease resistance. The roses begin flowering in late May, peaking in June and September. In some years, we have even had roses blooming in early December. Rose Garden was designed in 1916 by pioneering landscape architect Beatrix Ferrand, a leader in her profession in the early 20th century. Ferrand's vision for the site wasn't fully realized until 1988, when David Rockefeller helped NYBG complete this garden in honor of his wife, Peggy, who loved roses.
As the road curves, you can see the Judy and Michael Steinhardt maple collection. Here, native maples grow alongside unusual varieties of Japanese maple. These trees are beautiful year-round, from the emergence of leaves in spring to the red and golden foliage of fall.
Right ahead is the Adam R. Rose and Peter R. McQuillan Horticulture Operations Center, the headquarters for the horticulture staff who care for the garden's trees and historic landscape.
We are going to stop on the bridge up ahead, overlooking another scenic section of the Bronx River. As we approach the stop, you can't miss the Lillian and Amy Goldman stone mill on Side B. The Lorillard family once used this mill to create snuff, a popular alternative to smoking tobacco. Yes, the stuff that made people sneeze. Built in 1840, it is a National Historic Landmark and a New York City landmark. If you follow the path past the stone mill, you can walk beneath a tall bridge that was featured in the opening credits of the New York-based classic, Sesame Street. At the end of the path, you will see the waterfall that helped to provide power to the Lorillard's mill. For the European settlers, the Bronx River provided food and water for the Lenape people. Later, the river became a vital economic resource for colonial Americans, and by the mid-1700s, its steady flow was furnishing hydropower to 12 mills. In the late 1700s, the Lorillards dammed the river to provide water power for the stone mill. On Side A, you'll see a grassy triangle with an enormous black oak. It's almost 200 years old.
As we turn, look up the road for the grove of small trees on the slope on Side A. This is the Donald J. Bruckman crabapple collection. The crabapples in this collection, and throughout the grounds, flower in spring, usually in late April. And just beyond the crabapples is Daffodil Hill.
Here we are at our next stop, a perfect place to take a walk through the Thane family forest, get a better look at the daffodils in early spring, or begin a stroll through the azalea garden.
We're still driving along the Thane family forest. Even a short walk along its paths will show firsthand how enchanting the garden's old growth forest can be. It's like stepping back in time. The forest offers some of the best chances to see members of our resident wildlife: owls, beavers, mink, and deer.
sparkles and lights. Even when the azaleas aren't in flower, the azalea garden is a great place for a walk. Mature tulip trees, oaks, and sweet goes cast welcome shade in summer that cools the masses of ferns, hostas, and other shade-loving plants that line the paths. Autumn's spectacle reaches its pinnacle in late October. In winter, look out for fragrant witch hazels and clusters of snowdrops and crocus. One of the year-round highlights is the 155-foot tulip tree in the center of the azalea garden. It's the New York Botanical Garden's tallest tree. Up ahead on side A, you will see a path just beyond more rock outcroppings. That's the Mitsubishi Wild Wetland Trail. It leads you along a swamp full of trees, shrubs, and grasses that flourish in cool, wet ground and provide a welcoming habitat for frogs, turtles, and songbirds. Ahead, on side B, is the Native Plant Garden, a gift of the Leon Levy Foundation in 2013. With everything from shaded woodlands to open meadows to lush wetlands, it flourishes in every season. It is full of both familiar and more unexpected plants native to the northeast region of this continent, including prickly pears, which are a type of native cactus. The plants in this garden provide food and habitat to birds, butterflies, and other wildlife. And back on side A is the colorful entrance to the Everett Children's Adventure Garden. Hands-on activities and experiments for kids of all ages add another level of fun to discovering, exploring, and experiencing nature.
Back at the Leon Levy Visitor Center. Here you can find information about the garden programs and events, stop for refreshments, and visit the NYBG shop. If you haven't yet visited the Enid A. Haupt Conservatory, it's just a short walk from here. To our current garden members, thank you for your support. We love it when you visit. If you're not a member, join today.